Here's an overview of Red Rocks Park in Colorado Springs. Well, it's kind of between Old Colorado City and Manitou Springs, but that's what I'm going to be exploring next. If you're Googling it, the official name is Red Rock Canyon Open Space. And there's several different parking lots here that you can explore. The geological formations are essentially a continuation of Garden of the Gods. And they have roller skating and, what do you call it, skateboard park as well. Right there. After thinking about that last section, I think it's actually a mountain biking park with stunt stuff to do. So as you can see here, there's granite slabs that have been cut out of here. It's an old rock quarry, and as we get deeper in it, oh, and that's like the continuation of Garden of the Gods, looking back that way. For those of you not familiar with the area, Old Colorado City is just to the north of Colorado Springs, and then Manitou Springs is just to the north of Old Colorado City by 2 miles. There's some little park benches, picnic tables that you can enjoy at the beginning. It's about 1/16 of a mile before things really start getting interesting, and it's uphill. I'm already quite winded, actually. That's the little hill. But it's a popular place. A lot of people coming in. There's this old rock construction. It's got a couple doors on it. I don't know what they used to use it for, but I'm guessing they had bathrooms in there. And then that's the dog's favorite spot. There's a pond that goes around the rocks, and they all love taking a splash in there, though it's probably not very sanitary. Very stagnant water. And then this is the grand view from here. There's something here for everybody, there really is. And that's the Pikes Peak view. And then the foothills, you can see right there, the trails go right into the foothills. So if you want to get up in person, close and personal with the bears, you can do that. But if you just want to do a half-mile circuit, you can do that too. So there's something for every level. If you want to get up in and climbing the rocks, you can do that too. And even the rock climbing, there's something challenging for a lot of people. That side, there's a whole section of rocks that go all the way up that the professional climbers practice on. And then there's some step section here that people can just go right up. I'll show you that in just a second. I just came across 2 little birdies. I don't know what kind they are, but they're rather unusual to me. If you know what they are, let me know. Because I may be a bird watcher like my mom, but I have no clue what I'm looking at. Funny little hop. Just occurred to me, this little hopping thing they're doing, this could be a whole mating ritual or something. When you go to a park, some people just skip over the murals and stuff. I find that they're quite educational, interesting, and fascinating. Like on this one, I learned that fossilized plants that are known to grow in South America and Australia were found in this park. So at one time, this used to be a tropical area. Like on this mural, I found out there's 11 subspecies of Canadian geese, and as you go northward they get smaller, and as you move westward they get darker. So that's how you can tell where the goose is from. Today I'm trying Turkey Hill iced tea, raspberry flavored. It's a little more raspberry than iced tea compared to Pure Leaf. Pure Leaf is more tea than raspberry. Like Lake Mead and Lake Powell, this is pretty much waste. There's hardly any water left in here. Just a couple ducks trying to find something in the muck. It used to be overflowing that wall over there. There's a continuation of the pond on the other side. Even in the last 12 years, I remember seeing it full on the other side too. People swimming in it and everything. There's some areas of the trail that they would prefer that you not climb because they want the vegetation to grow back. So at least stick to the trails. There's a lot of stuff to explore. There's a hawk up there. Feels like I've been hiking forever. That's all I covered though. I finally got up to the quarry view. I'll be going closer. But they took, I don't know whether it's limestone or granite or something out of this quarry and shipped it off to Washington, D.C., I think, for the construction of some buildings there. This section right here, you're going to see more professional climbers attempt. There's somebody trying to climb right there. I always thought this canyon would be a nice location to film a Western. Oh, there's our climber. So there's steps that go up the rock quarry so you can climb to the top without having to do it like the climber. In fact, they discourage that here on the quarry. Going up the steps isn't too bad for a person in healthy condition, but when you got emphysema and COPD, it's not fun. So you can see the scoring marks from the machines. And no, this isn't ancient construction. This is last 150 years. Okay. So, gives you an idea of the size of these big slabs they were cutting out of here. So this is where the foothills start. Nice elevated view from here. Kind of by where the hawks usually fly. A little more elevation. Oh my God, I thought I heard a hawk screeching. Sure enough, check out up on top of that rock. There's two of them. At least I think they're hawks. I've been known to be wrong before.
Check that out. You have a good day, sir.
You too. Experiences. It gets really hot out here when you're hiking, so make sure you at least get a 40 ounce of iced tea or water or something to take around with you. Depends on how, I would say that much per 2 hours. Ooh, wonder what that is. Hear a jet engine and a hawk screeching. Oh, there's the hawk again. So once you get up into the foothills, that's the kind of stuff you'll be exploring up there. And the views, when you look down, are just stupendous. Okay, we got a couple airplanes going overhead, military type, older props. That's probably the Air Force Academy learning to fly. This is considered semi-arid, so it's not desert, but it's also not lush and green. They call it semi-arid. This trail here goes around the bend and then up over there and then down to a different parking lot over there. So I'm not going to take that route. I'm going to go back to where I was through there and go down and hike back over in there. When you think about it, most of the buildings in Washington, D.C. were built between 1850 and 1912. So I'm back on the quarry side where I parked, looking down in the valley. So just like I discovered on my hike, those hawks up on that perch, they had a mural talking about all the different hawks in the area. Okay, this is not going to come through very well, so I'm just going to surmise it. Let's take two. I'm going to try to condense it down. The Cooper's hawk, I think, was the hawk that I spotted up there, and they're grayish or brown. They go for smaller birds with their feet and squeeze them to kill them. The sharp-skinned hawk, a small hawk with a barbed tail. It supplements its diet with visits to backyard bird feeders. I've seen that a few times at my brother's house. Red-tailed hawk, a large hawk with rust red tail feathers. It often perches on fence posts to watch for rodents in the fields. And then the great horned owl, it's the only large raptor known for eating skunks. And then the hummingbirds. Y'all know about holly. Oh, and this was Manitou sandstone that they were mining here, apparently. That's some awesome ornate engraving in the sandstone there. And that was 1890s that large shipments were coming out of here. 600,000 cubic feet of stone. And what's this? Oh, this is about the flora and fauna. Prickly pear cactus. That was in Palmer Park video. I was showing you that a couple weeks ago. And the spiderwort. That's what was in bloom this last week. And mule deer. I think that's what Bucky and Deani were. Dogbane. Poccinum. Androcymifolium. And there's some black bears here. Now the black bears you're going to run into up there. Right in the foothills is where you're going to run into black bears. And they're pretty timid for the most part.
No, I'm not hungry.
Hungry to climb.
I spooked some deer. Doggone it. Okay, so this is all uphill. It's killing me. Well, that's a cool tree. But if you look down, I mean, that's about how low you are when you start. So you continue to go up in elevation. Okay. This kind of plateaus out for a bit before going up again into the foothills. And that's where you start hitting bear country. And then on the other side there, you've got big fields of wildflowers. Depends on the time of the year. I don't see any wildflowers today. There's a nice country bike trail though that goes up through the meadows. That could be fun to do. Just remember, most of it you're going to be going uphill and then downhill coming back, which is nice. Whereas Mueller State Park is mostly downhill and then you have to turn around and come back up again. It's a good thing to keep in mind when you're doing a hike. This is a nice view here. Good spot to take a break. This is where the trail gets smaller. You might want to take a loaf of bread and leave some breadcrumbs behind you along the way. I don't know what these are, but they look cool. And then there's a bug. Whoa! There was a mountain stream here, but no more. No, it heard I was coming and decided to disappear. Boy, I could have used that. I'd love to be in a mountain stream right now. Beautiful canyon here. When you get here, there's pretty much nobody else. I joined up with a couple other people that were hiking it.
You're not even using your phone, I'm surprised.
Okay, this is fabulous. Well worth the climb. You get here in this big canyon and you get to see all of what you just went through. I like this place. Yeah, this is way better than Garden of the Gods. Oh, come on, focus. Yeah, so Garden of the Gods is for visitors from out of town that need to get in and out and experience a little bit of Colorado. This place is to really experience it. Or up in the mountains, but if you don't have time to drive up in the mountains, do it here.